So one of the things they did a couple weeks before I left Toronto was they had in my workplace, in the building where I was working, they had multiple people wearing the same clothing as me, like going in, and that's part that is often used in the operation. Other TIs have reported them doing that as well. They'll wear the exact same clothing as the target. So they had a couple guys doing that, like 2 or 3 consecutive days. They had people wearing the exact same clothing as me. It was pretty funny. I just I find it hilarious when they do things like that. I guess for some people, I don't know, that would irritate them or whatever. I thought it was hilarious. But I don't know where he got, like, the one shirt was kind of I don't know, it was a golf shirt I had, but it's not something that was easy to find. So somehow they quickly got it and then gave the stalker the shirt and said, okay, put this on, knowing that and of course because they have cameras inside of wherever you are. And another funny sensitization thing they had going shortly before I left Toronto, I noticed, was that they had a lot of the people who quote unquote work for the state, people who they have enlisted, were wearing, the younger people were all wearing Nirvana t-shirts. So yeah, like a lot of them too, are all around me. So they're sending a message with that. The handlers are sending a message with that type of thing, telling the target to go the route of Kurt Cobain there. But that's funny. That's funny. I mean, he's an actor anyway. He's not, the guy who played that role is probably still alive anyway, right? That was all fake, and that was done to get teenagers to be depressed and want to kill themselves. That's what they wanted to endorse with that fake thing and the promotion of that mediocre band. Again, I used to listen to them back in like the 90s as well, but now it's just awful when I listen to them now. But so they're sending the message with the Nirvana t-shirts, with stalkers wearing the Nirvana shirts. I haven't seen any of that here yet, but in Toronto they were doing it a lot. Coming up the stairs from the subway station to go to work, and sounded like there were sirens there for a moment. Maybe they stopped, but sounded like there was some as they passed by. The Skull and Bones pirate shirt. Skull and Bones, awesome. It's great. Quite a few nefarious members of the Order of Skull and Bones we know, that's for sure. Somehow I don't think he's one, though. Interesting, I'm coming up from the subway, and yet again I get a guy with Skull and Bones standing just in front of me when I got off the train. Odd coincidence, I'm sure, but you saw the Skull and Bones on the back of the jacket there he had. And then the other day I showed a guy right at the crosswalk with the exact same symbol, right? So let's see. Okay. Showing me the imagery again there, right? Skull and Bones. Yeah, it's twice. And this person exited directly in front of the doors where I was, so they made sure that I saw it, because it was right at the doors where I exited. He got off the train with the Skull and Bones jacket. There's Skull and Bones again there with his jacket. Yeah. So I'm at the exact same crosswalk when I showed in the other video where we had a guy with a Skull and Bones logo standing directly in front of me. And now, lo and behold, today, another person with that symbol, the Skull and Bones symbol, happens to be right in front of me as I exit the train and walks out right in front of me. So, yeah, coincidence, I'm sure. But that was done, again, things like that are done so that the target will see them, but no one else is gonna, I mean, that's not gonna mean anything to anyone else that sees it, right? Because they don't know that I saw the other Skull and Bones symbol right at this crosswalk a few days ago as well, so, yeah, I mean, with someone who is not familiar with how these operations work and you haven't seen all the recurring themes, something like that would be relatively meaningless, right? So two people with the exact same Skull and Bones symbol in the same area. But to those who have seen enough of these things, you see that there's meaning to that. There's meaning to that, and yeah. And they positioned that guy, they had him sit on the subway right in the area where they knew I was, and then he gets up knowing that where the doors where I was going to exit, that I would see the back of that jacket as he got out. I mean, that's how methodical some of the things within these organized harassment campaigns are, right? I mean, very methodically planned, and to the untrained eye, that would mean nothing. That would mean absolutely nothing, but to those of us who know, to those of us who are awake to these things, you can see it was done with intent.